Wolfenstein makes its second appearance on the iPhone OS in the form of Wolfenstein RPG, an interesting mix of first-person shooter and turn-based RPG. Originally developed to accommodate the mobile phone platforms, which weren't ideal for fast-paced gameplay, Wolfenstein RPG's transition to iPhone OS, where expectations are significantly higher, is surprisingly successful. You play as Sergeant B.J. Baltzkowitz, a captured special ops agent who has managed to escape from a cell in order to carry out your mission and survive long enough to escape the infamous Castle Wolfenstein. Throughout the game's 9 levels and supposed 8+ hours of gameplay, you'll find yourself gathering intelligence, collecting lost treasure, and of course, gunning down Nazis. Just like other first-person shooters, you'll have access to a large arsenal of weaponry, including your own feet and fists. However, in addition to endless shootouts, you'll also spend time reading documents and on-screen conversations with other characters. These elements help to create a much more in-depth storyline than you'll find in the Wolf 3D Classic and similar first-person shooters. The biggest difference between Wolfenstein RPG and other first-person shooters is that the game is completely turn-based. The way this mechanic is worked into the game is fairly simple. Any single action you take, whether this be walking, shooting, using a health pack, or otherwise, counts as one game action. Once you take an action, all enemies around you take a single action before play returns to you. While this type of gameplay might not be as fast-paced as typical first-person shooters, it still manages to get fairly intense. And outside of combat situations, you don't notice the turn-based play since you're the only one taking turns, and all your actions become consecutive. The controls are well done. Movement is controlled with a translucent on-screen D-pad. The app's menu system also makes good use of touch controls. You can use taps to scroll through weapons, or simply tap and hold to bring up a pop-up menu and make an instant selection. Tapping your health meter offers the option to use a health pack, and 2 side toggles allow you quick access to the map and your inventory. The only real flaw with the control scheme is the tap-to-shoot system. Tapping center screen fires your weapon. This same action also allows you to interact with objects if they're usable, such as pushing walls to check for secret passages. Unfortunately, this can lead to a lot of wasted ammo, because if you're unable to interact with such an object, your weapon fires instead. This is particularly bad if you like to meticulously search for secrets. Switching to a melee weapon before your searches can prevent the loss of ammo, however. Wolf RPG graphics are much improved over Wolf 3D Classic. They are colorful, detailed, and slightly cartoonish, which is perfect for the lighthearted tone of this app. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing these graphics reappear in a true Wolfenstein first-person shooter. All in all, Wolfenstein RPG is a very enjoyable app with plenty of action-adventure goodness packed inside a turn-based candy shell. It might not be the same type of gunslinging fun you're used to from first-person shooters, but it's definitely hard to call this Nazi-fighting, mutant-bashing, zombie-killing adventure boring. If you're a fan of Wolfenstein or anything like it, and don't mind trading a little bit of non-stop action for some extra storyline, Wolfenstein RPG is probably a safe bet. Final verdict? Love it. For more iPhone and iPod Touch related news and reviews, check out www.theappshelf.com. You're listening to Matt with theappshelf.com.